Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed, and in today's tutorial I am going to teach you how to install PHP in Windows environment. PHP, a programming language, in fact a scripting language, requires a web server to be running on the machine. But first of all, we need to set up the environment, and in a previous video in HTML and CSS series, I have already covered how to configure the environment, which includes the web browser and the IDE. So first of all, let's open up Internet Explorer and go to the PHP's official website. So this is the official website of PHP, and over here is telling us that the latest version of PHP 5.3 and 5.4 have been released, and their minor versions are mentioned over there. So simply we can click over here, downloads, and we can go on to the download section. But PHP itself cannot run. It requires a web server to be run before. So we need a web server. A web server can be Apache, Nginx, IIS, either of them, or there are other options also. But Apache is the most common web server for running PHP applications. Then in some cases also, in fact in most of the cases, your website will also be having some data manipulation, so database is also required. MySQL is the most common website for that. So instead of installing all of these individually, there is a common package called WAMP. I have opened the site wampserver.com, and let's go on to the English language section. Okay, here we are, and simply we can install this one package which contains all other packages. WAMP, the pronunciation basically stands for W stands for Windows, A stands for Apache, M for MySQL, P for PHP. So it's a one package containing all of these things. So we'll proceed with the download. Click over here. There are two variants available, 32-bit and for 64-bit. Mine is 32-bit, so I'll go for it. And over here at the bottom, it's telling us that what are the versions of these products: Apache, MySQL, and of course PHP. If I click on this option, a form will appear, and it requires us to fill this, but we can also skip it. If you do intend to fill this form, this will be for the benefit of these people, but I can click over here, download it directly, open it up, and okay, so this is hosted on sourceforge.com. You can wait for the link to appear, for the download to appear, or you can simply click it over on this direct link option. So basically we don't need this because I have already downloaded it. The size of this package is 24.7 megabytes. So let's skip this, close this window also, and as I said that I have already downloaded it, so I will proceed with the installation. Again, the number of the application and their versions, accept this agreement. The default package installation folder is C, and inside C it is WAMP. I'll go for the desktop icon just for the convenience. Next, install. So while installing, let me reiterate that web servers require a folder on which they have to run those scripts. So the default web server folder for WAMP is C, WAMP, and www. So basically you can see over here the list that it is extracting C, WAMP. So inside WAMP there will be a subfolder called www. Okay, we're done with the installation. It's only asking me for the default browser, and I'll click on OK because it has already selected Explorer. And yes, it wants to unblock it also. SMTP services, we don't have them. And yes, launch WAMP 32. So over here at the bottom you can see that there's a icon for WAMP. The red color means that it's not running, orange that it is about to run, and green that it is officially running. So let's open web browser, Internet Explorer, and I'll type localhost without .com, just HTTP localhost. and what it will do is it will open the default directory that I just mentioned, that it is in C, WAMP, and then in www. This is the folder in which it will look for the scripts. So it is running, and from where it is getting this file, it is getting from this folder, this particular www folder. To demonstrate it further, I'll create a file, a custom file of PHP. So first of all, let's save it, and we have to save it in C, WAMP, www, and over here I'll mention test.php, all files, change it to UTF-8 and double quote it, save it, and simply an echo line will do enough. Echo PHP is running. Save it. So this is the file I'm going to run. So because it is in the default folder, so localhost / and the name of the file, test.php, enter, and you look, it is running. So this part of the tutorial is covered. We can have a look at the view source, that no PHP code is mentioned. However, there is an additional configuration I want you to have a look at. This is the icon, and if I click on this icon, there are some quick links. For instance, start all services, stop all services, and restart all services. Then further, there are options on opening these services. For instance, www directory, if I click over here, it will directly open this folder instead of me open it manually. And under Apache, there's the httpd conf file. So if I open this file, this is a configuration file for the Apache web server, and in this file the path of the default directory is mentioned. As I said, that it is C, WAMP, www. So here it is, and of course we can alter it. So what I'll do is on the desktop I'll create a folder, and I'll name this folder as web. Okay, open it up and copy this path, and at the bottom I'm going to write document root. In the double quotes I'll paste this path, and the line above I'll have to comment it because only one document root can be provided. So I'll comment this line and save it. Hopefully these spaces won't give me any trouble. So now we need to restart WAMP. So I'll go to restart all services. The color changes from orange and now back to red, and then orange, and then finally green. It's working. So if I open it up, it's giving me forbidden. There is no permission to access this file. Well, why is it so? Because this file is not placed over here. So I'll paste it in this new folder and refresh this page and press enter, and yes, it is working. So you see everything is up and running now.